This video is an engaging discussion about freight broker versus freight dispatch, and you will learn something new and expand your understanding before you invest. Please subscribe and hit that bell. I get this question quite often, Jackie. I want to be a dispatcher, but is a freight broker the same as a freight dispatcher? I know there are a lot of people getting mixed information due to the fact that there are a lot of people selling dispatch courses online. I understand all of you want to start making money off of brokering and/or dispatching, but in this video, I'm going to break it down for you. So are the dispatcher and the freight broker basically the same? The answer is no. A freight broker is a bridge between shippers and carriers. They act as a middleman, arranging transportation services for their customers who are looking to move goods from point A to point B, all in an effort to make sure everyone's needs are met. A freight broker is an invaluable asset for shippers, as they can help connect them with the right trucking companies to transport their goods effectively. By doing this, the broker earns a profit off of every successful shipment and helps businesses get valuable shipments delivered on time. Let's hypothetically say a customer, which is the shipper, pays $2,000. They are essentially making that payment to ship the goods. That freight broker can then take the load and potentially turn it into a great return. By brokering out this transaction to a trucking company, maybe between $1,000 and $1,400, there is potential for massive gains of $600 to $1,000. The benefit of the broker is that they can legally charge whatever the customer is willing to pay. This is totally legal as long as you have an active broker license. So let's roll off into the dispatching side. Carriers and trucking companies are the customers for freight dispatchers. Many of them don't have time to learn about dispatch themselves, so they depend on dispatchers that can help get their businesses up and running smoothly. A dispatcher works within a trucking company to ensure their vehicles remain loaded with shipments. They build relationships on load boards using the carrier's DOT license and get paid based off of an hourly rate, or a percentage is taken from the owner operations income. It can be tough work, but helps some trucking companies keep running. As a dispatcher, there is potential to maximize your income with each load you book. For example, let's say you booked a $1,000 shipment. If dispatch services are charged at 8% of the total cost, then that single booking could give you an $80 return. Let's talk about what does it take to get started as a freight broker. So what it takes to get started as a freight broker is, of course, you need your LLC EIN number, and that's the first thing. To become an independent broker, gaining broker authority is the key first step. To complete the process, you'll need to secure a $75,000 surety bond, essential for any company needing assurance of completing their obligations. We would also advise signing up with an arbitration company. MovingAuthority.com is good, or arbitrationagreements.org provide great trucking arbitration, which will extremely reduce your liability in the long run. And that's what it's going to take to get your actual freight brokerage. Starting a dispatching company is more than just having an idea. You need to register an LLC, obtain your EIN number, and have the drive to make it happen. It's time for some hustle. The thing that most so-called experts won't tell you is that you technically work for the carrier or trucking company. You may call yourself an agent of the company, that's fine, but you are still working for them under their license. It's not going to take a DOT authority or $75,000 surety bond. Freight brokers have to pay more money to get their businesses up and going versus the dispatching side. But I will explain the benefits later in the video. As freight dispatchers, you're going to be using that carrier's authority to dispatch for them on the load boards. Now, if you book a job on a load board under a DOT number and you intend to give it to another carrier under a different DOT number, this is illegal. Your carrier can lose his license if caught and get kicked off a load board, and the fine is big. I mean big. In worst cases, years of prison time. I'm not doing this video for clickbait. I'm trying to educate anyone that wants to learn. So what is it going to take to acquire basically your customers or clients on the freight broker side? To start acquiring shippers on the freight broker side requires some legwork. To begin working with shippers, some research and cold calling is key. Get your broker authority all squared away first, then start making those calls. It's just one of the many steps you'll take on this journey to success. If you'd like to become a freight broker, one of the best ways is by cold calling or emailing shippers. It's also useful to have face-to-face meetings with potential clients. Nothing can beat having an impactful dialogue. So if you're looking for new customers in this area, it pays off to do your due diligence and check out any possible opportunities that may be hidden within these contacts. After the ball is rolling, next it's going to take for you to start advertising and marketing on the internet and promoting your business, whether it's through social media, Facebook, Instagram, and running paid ads. Both of these will take the hustle and determination too, because you do have to get out there and acquire your customers or clients. What is it going to take on the dispatching side? In order to launch your dispatching business, you must get out there and take action. You could visit truck stops along the way as an essential part of recruiting owner-operators for success. Maybe you guys might already know somebody in your family you could possibly dispatch for. You can cold call carriers direct as well. How do you get paid as a freight broker? Freight brokers are paid by invoicing their shipper clients and receiving payment up front. For a successful transaction, sending an invoice on the front end is essential for both parties involved. Always remember, when it comes to brokering, if you can obtain shippers online, you will be very successful. Most shippers online are willing to pay what's needed to get the job done and are not familiar with market rates, so it truly is a sales game. Many large corporate freight brokers rely on factoring companies to manage their payments, but there are alternative solutions if brokerages prefer not to use them. Just invoice the shipper directly for payment. Finding the right shipper can be a huge financial boon for your business. If they promise to pay you $1,000 up front, make sure that once the load is completed, you invoice them so you can follow through on their payment. A loan of this size could really boost your profits and help you grow your business. How do you get paid as a freight dispatcher? Like I say, you're getting paid from the person that you're performing the service for, right? So as a freight dispatcher, you're going to invoice the trucking company or the carrier that you are dispatching for. As a dispatcher, you can get paid by charging hourly rates or percentages depending on the individual situation. Make sure to do your homework and research what kind of payment is most beneficial for yourself. With a dispatching service fee of 8%, you can make money simply by booking loads. For every $1,000 load booked with an 8% rate, there's a potential to earn $80. Getting paid for just doing the paperwork, what could be better? As a dispatcher, hopefully you'll be managing multiple trucks and loads every day. While each trip may only cost around $50 or $100 up front, by the end of the week, those costs will quickly add up, with your expertise getting results in direct invoicing for that trucking company. So which one is more time-consuming? I'm going to say that freight brokering is less time-consuming because by sourcing the lowest shipping costs from carriers, freight brokers are able to post these competitive rates on load boards and receive their first trucking companies in as little as 5 to 10 minutes. But as a freight dispatcher, dispatching trucks can be a time-consuming challenge. But with the right strategy, you could get the best loads out there in no time. Have your eyes on that load board at all times and keep refreshing it to maximize efficiency. Just a quick breakdown on the difference between the freight broker and the freight dispatcher. Which one would I recommend? Hand in hand, I'm telling you guys, it's two separate businesses out there. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments section, or please call 866-477-0707, or visit us at fmcsaregistration.com.